Hey now guys, what is happening? I am back with yet another epic for you today. Volume 12 of Silver Surfer Into the Outer Void. Just came out late last month, so I hope you guys got your copy. If you are a big Silver Surfer fan, great. Good luck to you in reading this. If you're not, guys, probably this is not the book for you. What do I mean by that? Okay, this is probably sacrilege, what I'm about to say, guys. It's not okay. So this is not the worst. I don't believe that there is such a thing as a worst anything, worst epic or worst collection of stories. Although if I had to make a video of the worst, if I had to make a video of the worst epic I ever had to read, guys, this will probably be number one. Why do I say that? I'm gonna put this down, guys. But this is Into the Outer Void, Volume 12. That I am talking about. So for those of you who don't know, George Perez, renowned for his artwork, has decided, well, I don't know if it was his choice or it was offered to him or he asked or requested, but George Perez is the writer on the Silver Surfer. And by the way, he's pretty much the writer on every story in this book, with the exception of Dangerous Artifacts. So there's Silver Surfer Dangerous Artifacts, which is written mercifully by Ron Mars. Ron Mars got credit here, but that's about like the only thing he did. George Perez, like I said, known for his pencils and even his inks on Avengers, Justice League, yada yada. I mean, Fantastic Four. He's the first here, and that is because he is the writer. No artwork at all. That's done by Tom Grinberg. I'm cheating. I'm looking. Tom Grinberg, Scott Eaton. Oh, and Claudio Castellini did the Dangerous Artifacts with Ron Mars. So, oh God, guys. I've been thinking about this all day. I mean, it's a miracle. I started the book yesterday and I finished it today, but this is by far the hardest epic I had to go through. George Perez is not a good writer, guys. He's not. He's not good. He's not great. He's capable in the sense that he can start a story and end it. But bros, I mean, he is like Stan Lee in total use of every single word in the language. Total scattered plot lines. He literally creates 10 to 15 different plot lines, and maybe he's successful in completing 3 or 4 of those plot lines. I told the guy earlier today, reading George Perez's writing was like, rather than sitting down to eat a scrumptious meal, I felt like people were throwing their food at my face and I'm trying to catch it with my mouth. That's what it felt like reading his stories. It's a wholly unsatisfying experience. Too much happens. Another analogy is, you know how you know there's too many cooks in the kitchen? George Perez is one guy, one cook, with his hands in too many dishes. And the meal is just wholly unsatisfying. So to start off, oh my God. So the first story we read is not Marvel. Spider-Man team up number 2. Where Ben Reilly is now, Spider-Man, and he's teaming up. He teams up with Silver Surfer. By the way, I'm talking about this. Guys, this was painful. So yeah, the first story to open this magnum opus, and I say that facetiously, is this. Spider-Man team up number 2. I'm going to tell you this, guys. I can't really tell you what happens in any of these stories. I'll try to be as good or succinct as possible. I posted in the posts. I don't even think I was completely correct. Spider-Man team up number 2 involves Spider-Man and Silver Surfer teaming up against Quasimodo, the Mad Thinker, and Thanos. Not even all together. Like, the villains didn't team up together, but at one point it's the Mad Thinker, and then Quasimodo is revealed to be a bigger threat, and then Thanos is revealed to be an even bigger threat, and none of it makes sense. And it's a 48-page story to kick it off, and it's just Perez just rambling on and on, like, not good. It was not good. And then we get thrust into an 11-part opus, not a magnum opus, but it's an opus called the Unilord Saga, which, guys, I'll be damned if I even know what this is about. Guys, I'll tell you what, I'll make a bet for you, a challenge. If any of you can buy this book, and you can, don't tell me you can't buy this, because this should still be in your stores. If you can read this book and tell me what the Unilord Saga is about. Now, mind you, it's 11 parts from issue 111 to 121. I will personally donate whatever, $50 to $100. I will Venmo or Zelle you $50 to $100. I'm leaning more towards 100. If you guys can tell me what the fuck this storyline is about, because I don't know. What I got from it was the Surfer meets the Watcher. The Watcher tells him about another Watcher that went to the other side of the universe and never came back. So the Surfer somehow gets sucked into, involuntarily into that far side of the universe, has not a vision, but he becomes someone else and witnesses the future of the universe being destroyed, being sucked in and destroyed. This is the Unilord. Well, actually, it's a black body, but I'll get to that. If I can remember to get back to that. Because like I said, so many plot lines and so many things, so many characters are introduced, and none of it is wholly satisfying. So he discovers that there's a Unilord. There's somebody who's created these black bodies to destroy the universe, but he doesn't know who or what. Long story short, he goes to all these worlds, these places. I can't even remember their names. They were so insignificant. But the crucial point is that Silver Surfer is defeated by the Unilord. He gets cut up into 12 pieces. His body goes for auction. So there's an auction by like issue 114, 114. And I'm skipping through a lot of stuff, guys, because none of this stuff is really all that important except what I'm telling you. So his body is cut up into 12 pieces. It's bought up by 12 different people. And he is, those same people become Silver Surfers. They actually absorb the Surfer's body parts, and they become a Silver Surfer Legion, if you will. There's 12 of them, and I forget their names. One of them, her name is Skuka, because she's the leader and she's a princess. Another one is, I forgot. Pariahful, I forgot his name. Fuck. Totally insignificant, guys, trust me. But if you can read the story and tell me what it's about, I will give you $100. And so they fight the Unilord as best they can. The Unilord has this place of the dead called the... Okay, and it literally kept being back and forth called the Congressional of Finality and the Congression of Finality, or Finality, whatever the fuck. Who gives a shit? But someone doesn't know what the fuck it's called. It's a congregational or congregation of finality. And lo and behold, they can't beat the Unilord. The Unilord is a god. He's a god on the other side of the universe, far away from Earth 616. The Unilord has someone called the Dark Council, who creates the black bodies to suck in these universes. So he creates a black body Silver Surfer, like a black body Silver Surfer. I'm just saying Silver Surfer just to, for argument's sake. And it sucks out the silver from these guys. Norrin Radd. Oh my God, the soul of Norrin Radd is in the congregational finality. I hate this. I hate George Perez. I know he's dead, but fuck you, dude, for making me read this shit. So throughout the stories, the 12 Silver Surfers are sucked out. The silver shit is all sucked out of them. But Norrin Radd, the soul of Norrin Radd, sucks itself into the Black Surfer and Silver Surfer is reborn. This is now 118, issue 118. And Surfer kicks the shit out of the Unilord. It turns out the Dark Council is that Watcher that got, went to the other side of the universe and never came back. Named Vartu. His name is Vartu. I remember that because it's a stupid name. And Vartu became the Dark Council because he was found by the Unilord and made his council, even though he has to buy his wisdom. Oh, it's so stupid. And guys, throughout all this, there's just endless dialogue, endless narration, endless characters just talking. Fuck you, George Perez, okay? I don't want to say burn in hell, because that's a horrible thing to say, guys, but my God, I cannot recall, since reading Stan Lee's shit, how much I hate reading comic books, okay? I thought I was past this shit, guys. Guys, by the way, if you want to yell at me for saying that about George Perez, leave it in the comments. I deserve it, but I am not sorry, and I will not apologize, guys. Trust me. I tell you what, before you condemn me in the comments, read this. Read Volume 12, Into the Outer Void, and I guarantee you will agree with me. Okay? That's it. Okay, George Perez should have stayed in his own fucking lane as an artist, as a penciler. I don't give a fuck. Okay? By the way, I met George Perez 20 years ago, in 2004, 2005. Nice guy, by the way. Although, I think at one point he got sick of me, because I kept hanging around him and asking him questions that he did kind of okay, kid, go away. Leave me alone. Which now I think in hindsight, I should have just said hi, goodbye. He was a nice guy, but I don't know. Fuck him for being kind of rude. Anyway, so back to the story. The Surfer kicks everybody's ass. Silver Surfer wins the day, saves out of the 12 universes that were destroyed, 3 of them were destroyed and the other 9 were rescued. I really don't give a shit at this point. It was a very poorly written storyline that I don't give a fuck about. I wish everybody had died, including the Silver Surfer, but excuse me, that was gross. Alpha chatting. Then we get to 122, which has nothing to do with the Unilord saga. Oh my God, and the ending. I just want to say the ending in 121, it just had nothing to do with anything. It just was garbage. But somehow Surfer returns to the proper universe. He meets up with Beta Ray Bill and Quasar, who tell Surfer, hey, it's great that you're back. Zenla is being destroyed by just being destroyed. Go. So Surfer is like, okay, bye, I'm gonna go. And they're like, wait, well, we want to help you. He's like, no. Surfer's like, no, I want to do this alone. Fuck you two. Stay here. So he goes to Zenla, discovers that Legacy, the son of Captain Marvel, is now calling himself now Captain Marvel. No longer is he Legacy. This is from Annual 6, which I read just the last volume, the 1993 annual. And was it Volume 9? I think it was Volume 9. Or was it Volume 8? I don't, who gives a fuck? But from Annual 6, you guys probably remember. So now Captain Marvel is trying to save Zenla, and Surfer doesn't do anything about it. He's just like, nope, I don't give a fuck. Even Shallaball's like, please, lover, help us, help your country, your planet, help us. Nope, won't do it. So then he gets into a fight with Captain Marvel, and he absorbs Marvel into his board, and then they take off, and then they watch Zenla be destroyed, but for whatever reason, it's for the greater good. I don't even fucking know why. I don't care, because George Perez wrote the fucking thing. That's that. Then we have X-Men Unlimited number 13. And by the way, guys, you don't need me to ruin this for you or spoil it for you. There's nothing to spoil because it's garbage. I'm almost driven insane by how horrendous these stories just mean absolutely nothing. But maybe if you guys read it, you'll enjoy it. I don't know. But X-Men Unlimited 13 is another 48-page opus where actually, interestingly enough, I've never seen the X-Men team up with the Silver Surfer. So, hey, that sounds pretty cool, right? Wrong. Just like the Unilord saga, just like Spider-Man Team Up number 2, it's another 48-page extravaganza that leads to nowhere. And here, again, just like with the Unilord saga, he introduces... There's Binary, Carol Danvers as Binary. She does something horrible with a white hole some time ago, and she's gotta fix that. And Phoenix, Jean Grey, has to go stop her. Meanwhile, there's Lilandra and Deathbird and the Shi'ar and the Kree homeworld, and then they have a bugaboo about Silver Surfer because he didn't do something with Zenla. Turns out the Insiders, some things called the Insiders, are destroying Zenla, even though Zenla has already been destroyed. I just mentioned with Captain Marvel. But Lilandra doesn't want to reveal to the Shi'ar that it was the Insiders, that it was the Silver Surfer's fault. And then they have to, what was it? They have to stop Silver Surfer because they think he's causing a ripple effect. I don't even, I'm missing something, but I don't care. I don't care, guys. George Perez once again writes this piece of monstrosity that on paper sounds really cool and neat, but it's just the execution is abysmal. That's the only thing I can come up with. I wish, guys, I could tell you how great this is. Like on paper, okay, maybe George Perez is a good writer. No, nah, he should have stayed in his own lane as an artist. Then we have oh my God, then we have the Christmas, the Marvel Holiday Special 1996, where Silver Surfer makes this little girl cry. He escorts Alicia to donate gifts to children. He makes one girl cry because he says that her star is not real. So this little bitch is crying. It's the Star of Bethlehem. And then the Surfer's like, gee, I've never heard of the Star of Bethlehem. I've traveled all over the galaxy. I don't know why I've made this little bitch cry. Can somebody answer me that? So he goes all over the galaxy to find out the answer, and nobody can tell him, but he eventually finds out the meaning of Christmas. Who cares? Now, we get to Dangerous Artifacts, which is actually written by Ron Mars, no Perez, not even the art. Claudio Castellini did the artwork. Oh my God, but they made the lettering so small. Chris Eliopoulos did the lettering. It was like so super small, and it was very hard to read. But Galactus has Silver Surfer go after this comet that has this power, this energy, or this power that he wants for himself. Galactus does. Thanos hires this bounty hunter named White Raven, who's a chick, for the same thing. And yeah, so they both separately at first go after this meteor, this comet, to get this power. Turns out it's an enslaved demon that was put there by this race that has since died out. But there's two survivors, one that guides Silver Surfer, the other one guides White Raven to the demon. And the demon, it looks like Onslaught, by the way. I was saying to myself, God, this demon looks strangely like Onslaught. And this was around this time, around 96, a little bit after the Onslaught event. And this big demon is angry and pissed and wants his revenge. So you kind of want him to win because he's an enslaved demon, but he's the bad guy because he's going up against Surfer. Him and Raven team up, White Raven, team up and defeat and destroy the demon, and they don't come back with the energy because Galactus is a poo-poo head and Thanos is a poo-poo head, and we all know that they just want power for themselves. So Surfer and Raven, White Raven, are like, we didn't get the power, sorry. And somehow they live. I think Thanos smashed White Raven. I don't know, but read the book, guys. Let me know what you think. And then we had the Ashcan, which is actually, that was pretty good. It was Shalabal describing the events of Surfer becoming Surfer, relinquishing his heraldship, leaving Shalabal behind, realizing that his mind got fucked with by Galactus, and then I guess this happens in either volume 10 or 11, but Shalabal falls in love with Silver Surfer's brother. I didn't even know Silver Surfer had a brother. That's news to me. But of course, we discover that, I already knew this from the past issues, but Surfer's parents committed suicide, which is not good. And that's it, the end. All right, guys, my brain is gonna explode. My head is just like, oh. So I gotta refuel, get some food. But that was volume 12 of Into the Outer Void. Just came out June 24th, I think. I don't know. And This is probably the worst epic. If I had to say the worst epic, this is it, guys. But it was good. All right, we have 2 more to go, guys. The ultra rare, I looked online, guys. You're gonna have to shell out $100 to $200 on Amazon. I don't know how much is it. I don't know how much it is, or is it on eBay? But Volume 13, Inner Demons, cool cover. I like it. Daredevil and Spider-Man at the mercy of Silver Surfer. Issues 123 to 138. Yes, -1 and annual 97. So sounds like a short book. Covers 1996 to 1998. So we're well past like Heroes Reborn, past the Onslaught event. So like Daredevil and Wolverine, like they went past, beyond Avengers, Fantastic Four, Captain America, and Iron Man, and Thor. But Thor never had a Heroes Reborn title. But ooh, a new beginning. Look at that. Isn't that what they all said? That's what they said here at the beginning of Volume 12 with Perez. This is a whole new beginning, a bold new beginning of Surfer and his adventures. Yeah, right. So this is the next one. And look, we had J.M. DeMatteis. We have Tom DeFalco. Yes. No Perez. We have Tom... Oh, no. I almost said Tom Rainey. Ron Garney. Some guy named Samikes. Pelletier. The name sounds familiar. And Grummett. I think that's Tom Grummett. So this is the next one, guys. And look, a new logo, because this one just wasn't cool enough. But I actually like this logo, this version of the logo. But we got a new logo, guys. A new beginning, a new era. New beginning. Volume 13, Inner Demons, guys. Hopefully you guys will get a copy of that somehow. And hopefully this will be better than Volume 12. Leave your comments, your likes, your dislikes, your... whatever, guys. Subscribe or don't subscribe, whatever. But you gotta admit, this was actually a pretty good... I think this was a good review. A great review. I don't know. I was very honest. I didn't half-ass it. So let me know what you think, guys. Let me see. 22 minutes. I thought it was gonna be a short one, guys. I thought this was gonna be under 10 minutes. I was gonna say, hey, this fucking volume sucked, Volume 12, but I had diarrhea of the mouth. Okay. Bye, guys. I'll see you next time. Maybe in a couple days. What are we at? Friday? So probably Sunday? Probably Sunday. I'll spend this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday, finishing off Volume 13. And then I'll probably do Monday, Tuesday, Volume 14, and we'll be done. I'll be done. And then I can get started with Captain America, Volume 7, all that stuff, and then Thor. So, oh! And yes, wait, look. I'm about to... Micronauts Volume 1 and Deadpool Volume 7 came in, so I'll do a quick short on that, guys. So stay tuned. Within a couple minutes, I'll do that. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.